I'm Scott Peyton, State Director for Right on Crime. Mr. Chairman, committee members, thank you. There is no more vital function of government than ensuring public safety. And that solemn duty must base criminal justice policies after a thorough review of the evidence. And while I stand behind Governor Landry wholeheartedly in his determination to make Louisiana safe again, even with my generous time from the chairman, overall, this special session just simply doesn't allow enough time for sufficient study and review. There is so much going on in all three of these bills that it's hard to even tackle one element. We've heard bits and pieces of the elements here, and it gets so confusing. What we've also heard is the fiscal costs. And I know myself and all Louisianans know that public safety is the core function of government. And most of us are willing to pay whatever it costs to keep our communities safe. But in return for this tax dollars, the citizens are entitled to a system that works. That's what the governor wants. That's what we all want, is a system that works, a system that follows the best practices and evidence, but it needs thorough review to go back. This bill takes away good time, takes away earned compliance credits, and I can't turn around that well, but I am probably the only person sitting here that has actually implemented an earned compliance credit, either taken it away from someone on probation or parole or given them their extra month. In the pamphlet I handed out for HB9, there are recommendations that could make earned compliance credits better. As a conservative, I believe just doing what I'm supposed to do is not really good enough. So when we have someone on supervision, we should reward the extraordinary events that happen in there. And I have recommendations for that, ALEC, NCSL, Pew. There's tons of evidence out there, and not enough time to even touch on the high points. But those are evidence-based programs. The good time, as you notice in that first testimony on HB9, the good time individuals will not have a parole option. I believe, and Mr. Morris, your question, yes, when an individual's in jail, they will not commit another crime. That is an absolute. But eventually, they come out. And what we need to make sure, whether it's this bill or any other bill, is that they come out better than when they came in. Because if not, we are delaying the victimization for someone within our communities. And then we have not served victims. If that extra year from this bill, or 2 years, or however many, is going to make us safe, as much as I respect what Natalie does, that doesn't mean that someone goes in and sits in DOC for 5 years, comes out a better person. So we have to ensure a pathway for those that want it. And that's the conservative way. We have to have an opportunity for redemption and for hope, realizing that some people need to be in the prison. Some people need to stay there because they are a threat and a harm to the citizens of this state. But there's others, and we've seen examples here, there's others, though, that have shown they can do that. And that's a difficult task. That's why we have the parole board. That's why we have so many mechanisms in place. And again, Mr. Morris, Mr. Chairman, I appreciate your time and letting me go over a couple times.
Actually, you didn't go over this time.
Look at that.